my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jennifer Nomalo. A happy new year to each and every one of you. Compliments to the new year. I hope that you guys you started the year well. And even if you didn't start the year well, I wish you guys a good year. I wish you a prosperous year. I wish you a year where your desires do come true and the things that you work towards actually do come to fruition. So on the next few videos, basically on the entire January, majority of January, we are going to be planning, and I'm going to be showing you guys the things that I'm going to be doing to prepare for 2023 and beyond, because it's not just for 2023, but if I can set myself up in the beginning of the year, chances are that in the years coming after, I'm setting a precedence for myself. The first thing we're going to be doing on this video is we're actually going to be looking at my 2023 financial goals. We're still going to have our 2023 reset. We're still going to have our January reset. We're going to have our January reset in terms of cleaning, getting my house in order. But the first part that I wanted to get out of the way is basically just planning. And I have my journal here. Now, this is the journal that I was using last year. I'm actually planning to change this journal because I loved it, I liked it, but I'm just not feeling it this year. I tried my best to use it this year and just kind of plan, because I already bought new insets, because you buy these and you just replace them. I already bought new insets last year, and I was just not enjoying it. It didn't give me that new start, that fresh start, that excitement of a new journal. And so I placed an order yesterday at Take A Lot, and I'm hoping that it should arrive today, because I actually requested for that delivery and I paid for it. So, but however, I've already started planning on this journal, and so I'm just going to take you guys through my financial goals. My goals are broken down into 4 categories. I have financial goals, personal goals, social media goals, and I've got career goals. However, for the purposes of this video, because I don't want these videos to get too long, like if I were to just do everything in one, it will be too long, you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break them up. So today we're just going to be looking at my financial goals. When I'm doing my 2023 research, we are going to look at the rest of my goals. And so today I want us to look at my financial goals, because this channel is about personal finance, career growth, and also lifestyle content. And so I feel like a video of financial goals can stand on their own, so that it also inspires you when you are planning for 2023 to kind of thoroughly think of the things that you would like to achieve in this year financially. And so that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys. So I think the first thing that I would just like to touch on in terms of my financial goals, or basically my goal planning. This is my spread, but obviously this is going to change, because it's going to be similar, but this is what it's going to look like even on the next journal that I'm going to use, that I'm waiting for. So what I'm changing this year when it comes to my goal setting. Last year when I was setting my goals, they were more so like intentions. And I did not really sit down and thoroughly think about them. And this year, I honestly sat down and thought about my goals, the things that I would like to achieve, and how I would like to achieve those things. And so I have been listening to the 12-week year book on YouTube. And also I've been watching a lot of videos regarding the 12-week year. And it really got me inspired to change the way that I plan, to change the way that I look at my goals, And so that is the strategy that I'm going to be implementing when it comes to actually applying my goals, thinking about my goals, and also developing ways that I can actually achieve those goals, because I really want to make sure that by the time this year ends, it is visible in terms of the things that I've achieved. And so when it comes to my financial goals, as I said, I'll be using the 12-week year. Now, what the 12-week year is basically saying, don't focus on annual goals. Don't make your goals annually. Yes, you can plan your overall goals. What the book suggests is you need to focus on your goals, or work towards your goals in time frames of 12 weeks. 12 weeks is enough for you to work towards any goal and actually achieve it, and actually be able to review it. And it allows you to actually have 4 segments in a year. So it's 12 weeks. So in a year, you will get 4 sessions. So you can break your goals up into 12 weeks. So what you do is, in these 12 weeks, you focus your energy on these specific goals. You put everything in working towards these goals. And after 12 weeks, you evaluate in terms of what did you achieve and what didn't you achieve, and what are the things that you're going to be improving going into the next cycle of 12 weeks. So that is what I'm going to be doing. As much as I'm planning for the entire year, but when it comes to my actions and the way that I'm going to be looking at my finances, I want to look at them in 3 months. So after 3 months, I want to see financially, what have I achieved? What have I done financially when it comes to my goals in 3 months? And then after those 3 months, I will review it. And then when I start another 3 months, I'm also going to take time to actually work towards those things, hone in on those things. And after 3 months again, I'm going to review what have we achieved, how far have we gone, how far have I gone with the savings, how far have I done, how far am I when it comes to reaching that target. So that is my goal, that is actually my strategy when it comes to my goal setting for 2023, and I'm hoping that this is going to help me to achieve my goals even better. So I'm just going to take you guys through my main goals. So under financial goals, I've got 3 main goals that I'm going to be focusing my attention on, and I'm just going to share those with you. The first one is I want to save over 80,000 now by end of 2023. Now looking at my finances currently and my plans, I do think that I can reach 80,000 and over, but it is a matter of now discipline. Now then the question that comes is, okay, yes, you have a target. Your goal is to actually save over 80,000 by the end of 2023, basically by 30th of December. I want to have saved 80,000. Now then the question comes, how are you going to work towards this? So I also want you guys, when you're planning for your goals, think about that as much as you have your overall goal, that okay, this is my goal, you need to also think about what are the things that you need to put in place in order for you to actually make sure that you work towards those things, because those are the things that are going to keep you accountable. Those are the things that are going to allow you to work towards those things. So the first thing is I have strategies. So that is what the book recommends, that after you have your main goal, you need to break down into the action plan, things that you have to do. So I've got strategies here that are going to help me to reach this goal. So the first one is I'm going to continue saving for my emergency fund. So I've already started with my emergency fund. By the time we finished last year, I had about 16,000 something in my emergency fund, and I had to withdraw less than 2,000, which brought my total amount to 14,000 and some cents. So I want to continue saving towards my emergency fund, and per month for my emergency fund I save 1,210. So when I times that by 12, I'm going to be able to save 14,520 for my emergency fund. So that is my first strategy. My second strategy is to continue saving towards my child's education fund. Now this is something that I set up last year with Frank. Now both my child's education fund and my emergency fund are both on Frank, and the market has really been looking very good, such that my earnings are on a positive when it comes to the profit that I've earned on the money that I have in there. So I'm going to be saving 1,000 per month, continue to be saving 1,000 per month. Now when you times that by 12, it's going to be 12,000. And then another strategy that I'm putting in place is I actually want to save for 2024 school fees for my daughter. Now, that is something that I just want to do. I want to be that parent that pays for the school fees beginning of the year instead of month to month, because you also lose out on the benefits such as the discounts that the schools give us. She's no longer going to be in daycare. She's going to be in a formal school. And they have things like 10% discount if you pay for the entire year, 5% discount if you pay, in February. And so I want to take advantage of that. And so what I'm going to be doing is we are planning to pay for her school fees for this year, beginning of the year. And I'm really pushing that we do that, so that we know that on a month-to-month basis, we are just saving for the following year. So per month, I want to be saving 1,000. Now, obviously, when I add this up with my partner's income, with my partner's contribution as well, it's going to be way more than what the school charges. However, the additional money that is going to be left after we pay for school fees is going to assist us in many other things in the household, and also for our daughter as well. Another strategy that I have is to save for the building fund for home. Now, if you know, I've shared this, that I actually have intentions of building new property for my family, just moving my family. However, I don't want to get into debt doing that, because I've been in debt and I hate being in debt, and I'm good. I'm good. So, and also, if I were to go through the route of getting in debt to do this for my family, it means that I have to take a personal loan, or I need to take a building loan. Those are still not very much secure, especially the personal loan, and so the interest rate comes very high, and I don't like that. So what I want to do, what we spoke about at home, is that we need to save, and we all came together and said, okay, per month we are going to be putting money aside. And so I want to continue. We already started last year, but December we had to take out some money in order to do some improvements at home, because it is our money and we can't just sit on money when we see things that are not making us happy, things that we don't like when we see. And so we decided to just withdraw some money to do those things. So my goal here when it comes to the building fund is that per month I would like to save a minimum of 3,500. It can be more, but I don't want it to be less than 3,500 per month. So that is what we're going to be doing. And then the last strategy that I have in place to make sure that we reach the 80,000 by 2023 is to actually save for a 1 month ahead. Now my goal is 13,000 for 1 month ahead. This 1 month ahead, my strategy is not that I'm not gonna be saving for it every month, because I bonus on my birthday. I'm going to actually take some of that money and put it towards the saving for a 1 month ahead. Now, if you're asking yourself, Jennifer, what is a 1 month ahead? Basically, a 1 month ahead is savings that allow you to actually escape the rat race. So instead of you always waiting for payday in order for you to meet your monthly obligations, you know that you have money saved up in order for you to do that. So by the time you get paid, it's not a matter of, oh, I need to get paid, because if I don't get paid, then I'm not going to be able to meet these monthly obligations. So a 1 month ahead is just that. You are saving enough money for your expenses that if need arise for you to actually pay for those things before you get paid, you can do so. So other people, what they do is they will pay these things ahead. So they will pay for your water and electricity. They'll pay for all their living expenses beginning of the month before they get paid. So by the time they get paid, what they do is they take that sum of money, they put it back in their 1 month ahead savings. Now for me, this is going to be different, because majority of my expenses, they go out on my payday. But for things that do come beginning of the month, I want to be able to pay for those things beginning of the month, and then the rest I'll pay when it's my payday. And then my goal here is just to make sure that I have funds that are saved up on the side, such that if something arises that is urgent, that needs money, I don't need to go towards my emergency fund, because I don't like disturbing it, I don't like disturbing my emergency fund. I really want to build it up until it reaches the desired goal. And then after that, I can see. But for now, I really want to avoid rushing into my emergency fund. And the way that I can avoid rushing into my emergency fund is making sure that I have these immediate savings, that I know that if I need money quickly, especially for things that are associated with living expenses, I know that I have money that I can tap into. So that is what a 1 month ahead is for me. For other people, it's different. As I said, for other people, it's really for paying bills and making sure that when they get their pay, it's not a matter of rushing to pay their bills, because they've already done that, and that is a good sign when it comes to your financial outlook, because it allows you to not live paycheck to paycheck. You're not always waiting for the next paycheck to meet your monthly obligations. So that is my first goal. That is my first goal under financial goals. Then the second goal is to start investing monthly. Now, I haven't been investing. Yes, I've been saving and somehow investing, because Frank, you do both. Now you save and you also invest, because there's a money market and then there's also a Cetrix fund. However, I don't really want to count that as investing, and so I actually want to be intentional this year actually when it comes to investing, because I haven't been doing it. I started doing it prior to me getting my finances in order, when I still had debt and a lot of things were going on financially, and I found that I was not going about investing in the right way. I find that it's very hard to start investing when you don't have even an emergency fund. You don't have savings on the side, because what happens is there, you are basically investing money that you are going to need. And when it comes to investing, you need to invest money that you're not gonna need anytime soon, especially when you know that that money you're not gonna need in the next 5 years. Because you want it to grow, you want it to mature, you want it to actually yield you the best returns when it comes to your money. And so I find that people rush towards investing, and I did the same thing. They rush towards investing because they don't want to miss out. They see people investing. However, if you are going to be investing money that you are going to need by the end of the year, then what is the point? Because investing is for long term, saving short term. You need to save for short term. You need to make sure that for short term you have savings, money that you can easily access. But when it comes to investing, it needs to be long term. And so that's why I haven't been investing, because I haven't had money that I can say, okay, I'm willing to actually sacrifice this money and not have to think about it for the rest, maybe for the next 5 or 10 years. But now I am in that position where I can actually say, I'm going to put a certain amount of money every month towards investing, and this is money that I'm not gonna need. And so that is what I'm going to be doing here when it comes to investing. Now, the amount of money that I'm going to be putting aside is just 500 rands. Now, I know that this may come across as it's small. Why would you say 500 rands, Jennifer? Like, why would you invest 500 rands? That's nothing. What are you gonna do with 500 rands? Now, that will be someone that doesn't understand investing. I've invested before, and I know what it's like to invest every money that you have after you've paid for your living expenses, only to find that down the line you go back to that money and withdraw it because you were investing money that you are going to need. That is not how you go about investing. And so what I'm going to be doing here, I'm taking this 500 rands because this is 500 rands. This is money that I know that I'm not gonna need. I don't need it to pay for anything. I don't need it to do anything. And so this is money that I can put aside and invest without thinking about it. And so it's going to allow it to grow, mature, give me that compound interest. And so that is my plan. I'm going to start with 500 rands. Every month I'm going to be putting in 500 rands, and that is what I'm going to be investing. Now, I actually, the platform that I trust and believe in when it comes to investing is EasyEquities, because it's do-it-yourself like Frank. What I'm planning to do, another strategy under this, is I want to research assets that I can invest on. It's been a while since I've been on EasyEquities, and so I want to take time to learn about the companies that are there, think about the things that I'd like to invest in. But the place that I know that I'm going to start in is actually investing in companies that I love and enjoy. That is my approach when it comes to investing. I'm going to be investing in companies that I love and enjoy and that I see a future in. That is what I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to be taking chances here. I'm investing for long term. And when I'm saying long term, guys, I mean long term. Like, that is why I'm starting with 500 rands, because I don't want to feel whatever money that I'm going to be putting aside. I want to make sure that I am putting this money away for the next 10 to 15 years or even 20 years every month. So that is what I'm going to be doing. And then the third goal when it comes to my financial goals is actually to manage my monthly spending. Now, I know that you guys may be asking yourself, what do you mean, Jennifer? Because you do budget, you do all these things. What more do you want to do? Well, there's always something to improve. There's always something to work towards. And that is what I'm going to be doing here, because I do feel like there's something that I need to improve. Now, last year, I made changes when it comes to the way that I allocate my funds when I do my budgets. I introduced the weekly allocation, which has been working very well for me, and I'm not going to stop it. However, I want to bump it up. I want to, take it a notch further, and just to make sure that I'm putting systems around my finances that make sense and that allow me to actually optimize my money in the best possible way. And so what I found last year is that what I found in 2022 is that as much as I was putting this money aside and saying these are my weekly allocations, because these monies were coming in different times, like it would be my payday, that, and then my partner, and I was using a card, so I will keep it on my transactional account. I'll just move these monies around. It really got to a point whereby it was confusing in terms of how much money do I really have left. Yes, I budgeted that this is the money that I'm going to have, and then I will put that money there. And then when I'll start using it, because it's on my transactional account with other things, I found that it was hard for me to track where was that money going and how much was left really. And also I found that it was easier for me to spend money because I'm always using a card. It is so easy to go to the shop and actually tap your card because you don't feel it. You know, one thing I realized last year is that when I have cash, I don't spend it as much. I keep that cash. The thing is, I just always want to have cash. I always want to have money. And it doesn't feel good to pay with cash because you can literally see the money going out. But when it comes to the card, it is different. As much as you get those notifications, but the feeling is not the same. And that is why I'm going to be introducing a cash stuffing system. Now, this is something that I've tried to do before, but I didn't create a system. It's just something that I saw and I thought, okay, I can do it like this, but I didn't keep up with it. And so this year, I really want to actually keep up with it. And I already bought the thing that I'm going to be needing. So this is my cash envelope, my cash envelope thing that I'm going to be using, and I got this from Shein. And so when I get paid, I'm actually going to sit down and actually plan with you guys and show you how I'm going to be using this when it comes to the way that I actually manage my money. And I'm also going to be taking you guys through every month to show you if this is really helping me or not, you know. But I really wanted to give this a try because I was seeing a lot of videos that really inspired me that this could be something that is going to help me actually track my spending. Now, I'm not going to be tracking like each and everything, like especially my expenses, but everything that I'm going to be allocating in this cash envelope, I'm actually going to be tracking. So that is my goal right there, to make sure that I actually monitor my spending. I make sure that I know how much money do I have. And also another thing is I would like to actually save by the end of the month, not to use the entire money. Just because I've allocated 1,200 to 1,500 for that week doesn't mean that I have to use the entire 1,500, if you get my point. And also, if you hear any snoring nyana there, guys, it's my daughter. She's sleeping. I'm using her bedroom. That is my 3 goals that I'm going to be implementing in 2023. Where I'm gonna close this video up now, and I need to start working because I am back at work. As I'm filming this, it is the beginning of 2023, but I'm back at work, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please let me know what are some of your generic financial goals that you have for this year, and things that you would like to actually really focus your attention on when it comes to this year. And also do let me know in the comment section what are the things that actually stood out for you when it comes to my financial goals. I would really appreciate that conversation down in the comment section. And as I said, on the next video, we're going to be doing the 2023 reset. Now, planning for 2023 holistically. We're going to start with reviewing last year. We're going to be then planning for this year. So please stay tuned for all those videos, and I hope that you guys enjoy them. With that being said, until I see you on the next one, please take care and stay safe. Bye.